This is Jackie with Inthekeyofchange.com. I'm here with the Bangups at Vans Warped Tour in Virginia today. So we were just talking briefly off camera. When kids walk by a Bangup set, what can they expect to hear?
Fun.
What does fun sound like?
I think it's just interesting. I think it really sticks out compared to a lot of the bands here. I think it's, me personally, it's maybe just my preference, but it just sounds like fresh air if you're walking by.
I like that. That's a great analogy. A lot of the, and you're right, a lot of the bands here are pretty heavy. You think of Vans Warped Tour, you think either punk or you think rock music. So how do you bring that sort of breath of fresh air into a sort of oversaturated heavy rock scene?
Well, we don't. I don't think we think in the same terms. A lot of the bands on Warped Tour think tough, dark, violent, aggressive, and I think we're more like, we're not denying that there's awful things going on in the world and that life is difficult at times, but there's no amount of like wallowing or like being a stick in the mud. It's kind of like, okay, yeah, might suck right now, but let's get going.
No self-pity, for sure.
Okay, a lot less angst and a lot more fun.
Yeah.
Fair to say.
There's angst in there, but it's not like
It's more witty angst.
Nice, witty angst. Okay, I like that. I like that. So, what stage are you guys performing on?
Kevin says.
And how would you describe? Give me like, I'm an English teacher at heart, so give me 4 adjectives to best describe, other than a breath of fresh air, which I really do like that analogy as well, to new fans.
fun, fast, vibrant, edgy. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, very nice. What are some bands that you have enjoyed watching on this tour?
We just saw Five Knives earlier, and they killed. They were so good.
They should be out with Yes, for sure. They'd be perfect.
Emily's Army, they're good friends of ours, and they also kill it every time. They're so fun.
So if you could make sort of your own ideal band tour, who would you want to either support or be supporting?
I want to go out with Vampire Weekend.
The Hives. Jack White would be in there somewhere. I don't know what he'd be doing.
Everything.
Is this dead or alive, or does it matter?
Oh, let's throw in some dead guys.
Ramones.
Yeah, definitely Ramones.
If you're going to throw in a dead guy, Joey Ramone, that's a good dead guy to throw in there.
Ramones, Bangups, Iggy Pop.
Ooh.
Iggy Pop is also from Michigan, like us, so it makes sense.
So is there a bit of Midwestern values instilled in your lyrics at all, or?
Well, I'd say there's a little rebellion from what we were raised on. So, yeah, it's definitely in there, Midwestern values.
Yeah.
I think everyone brings a little bit of where they're from into what they do, good or bad. But it's good to hear that you get the good parts. How long have you guys been together as a band, by the way?
We've known each other for like 16 years, and we've been in like 4 different bands together. And Bangups is really the product of just a refinement over the years, going from like 4-piece bands to 3-piece bands, than just the 2 of us.
So you found what works, and you stick to that, and cut out the middle, cut out the excess.
Really,
Right.
yeah.
Okay. So what do you do in the band?
I play drums and do backup vocals.
Guitar and sing.
I would imagine it being difficult to do 2 things at once. As someone who clearly can't walk very well and do anything else, how have you sort of trained yourself over the years to, all right, I've got to play either this, the hi-hat, or I've got to play this chord or this note?
It's all muscle memory. Yeah. You do it enough times, it's just second nature. You don't even have to think about it. It's like when you're playing Guitar Hero and you just zone out. And once you start thinking about it, you'll mess up.
See, I suck at Guitar Hero, as I suck at walking, so I can't imagine what it's like, but it's good that you guys have it down. Seasoned veterans, I suppose.
Try playing and walking around your living room.
I might die at that point. I mean, I really can't do one thing.
Put cushions around.
Get myself a padded room. I appreciate that. So after Vans Warped Tour, what will you guys be up to?
Well, we have this new record, Howcat, and we've got a video that we're absolutely thrilled with. So that's set up to go on MTV and Fuse. So just to push this record, play as many shows as we can for it. And we're just really, really, really excited to write more material too.
In 2013, how important is it to make a music video when MTV, the channel that used to be made for it, really doesn't play anything other than reality TV?
I think it's still just as huge. Like when before bands took pictures of themselves, um, all you had was your imagination to just imagine what the band looked like. And it was a whole revolution. It paints, like pictures of the bands, it paints the way you hear the music. So we have a single out, Ego Wrecking Ball, and the video is huge. It's an intricate, awesome story. The colors are all exciting and fun. So we definitely think in holistic terms with the band, and like to have that lead song out there, you can make it so much more powerful to have an awesome visual to go along with it. And MTV is pretty much dead musically, but YouTube's out there, and there are a lot of avenues to get music videos to people.
I think YouTube has sort of taken over where MTV and other social media sort of left off.
I used to wake up junior high before high school and just turn on TRL every morning. Now it's just if I want to hear something, I YouTube it.
I can't help but wonder if that's sort of the increase of the sort of want it now mentality of the next generation, because I did the same thing. I woke up in the morning at 6 in the morning to get ready for school. I'd turn on MTV, and whatever came on, came on. But I sort of think now with fans, if they want to hear a band and they want to hear it right now, they're going to YouTube it and get the very song that they want. How does social media play an impact in your band?
It's a big hassle. It's absolutely vital, and it's so welcome. It totally bridges the gap. But so many people, it's all just evening out, and they just add a new one. Now you got to do Vine.
But no, and you don't have to. Instagram does video, so nobody Vines anymore.
I'm so happy about that when I saw that. It's like, Brent comes to me, I don't know, a few months ago. It's like, dude, Vine's the next thing. I'm like, oh, we have another thing to keep up on.
Instagram really capped that thing.
Yeah, they did a good job. Yeah, I was happy.
Someone had a really good money-making idea there. If you could design your own sort of multimedia or social media site, what do you think that is missing? Although maybe something that encompasses everything, you just do one thing and it sends it out, because you find it to be a hassle but also essential, right? So how do you reconcile between the two?
Instead of an app, maybe it's just like the next iPhone has everything. Like the whole thing is an app that includes all of it. That would be sweet.
Or maybe a little old school, you just need a personal assistant to follow you around and do all that stuff for you.
Yeah.
For free, of course, but
Of course, for free.
Forget the apps. Who needs technology? Just get someone else to do it. It's fine. So, do you feel that you have to make time to engage in social media?
Absolutely.
Where do you find the time?
I think you just gotta make yourself do it so much that it's just habit. I think that having the phone automatically alert you every time something happens on Twitter or Facebook, so you can just, really get it out of the way. Sincerely, not that flippantly, if it's interacting with fans.
But then it sucks because people you're hanging out with see that you're always on your phone. Like you're just that dude. You're just like, well, I have 5 different things I have to keep up with,
Well, how do you, and I wonder too, from a fan standpoint and a media person standpoint, I go to shows and all I see is a lot of this. Or how do you react to that, and how do you sort of shake kids up and say, hey, like, this is a live show, we're live, let's be living, how do you engage them more? That's got to be a challenge.
I've given up on the idea that
I think
we're going
for us,
backwards.
we're on stage, and I have given up on the idea of controlling anybody. For me, it's just like, this is what we have to work with, and if we can get up on a stage and make their jaws drop, then that's our problem, and that's the end of the story for us.
I have another suggestion. I gotta write these down. It's a good thing I've got recorded. No, even better. Water balloons. Two
Destroy
birds.
their phone.
Two birds, one stone. Come on, that's genius.
That's
I'm gonna.
pretty smart. We get sued probably a lot.
No way. Because you can always just say you're
'cause
trying
the
to
water would
hydrate
break
the
their
fan.
phone. The water would destroy their smartphone.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's all. I'm just trying to keep the fans hydrated. That's all.
We hire a good lawyer, we'll do that.
Now, maybe your music might not garner it, but there's been sort of a big debate lately about crowd surfing and moshing. Bring Me the Horizon, who's a sort of hardcore band that's here, recently sort of generated a lot of buzz because someone got very hurt in a mosh pit. I think it was a young girl. How do you feel about sort of fan reaction? You're saying you can't control them, but also they're sort of responsible for themselves. So
Yeah.
I mean, water balloons is a pretty peaceful idea in
I think
respect.
the kids, they know what they're getting into. If you go to a show where you know that's going to be happening, and it's like there's not a lot of things people can do for them. At the same time, I mean, that's all part of what those bands do, and that they'll call for circle pits or those things, and they are dangerous for a lot of kids. But I mean, if they're there, they know those things are going to be happening.
It's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
So while you guys don't induce a circle pit, what would you encourage your fans to do? Put down their phones?
Whatever they want to do. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever they do to have fun, do it.
So hear that, Warp fans? Stay safe, but do whatever you want to do. Somewhere in between, put the phone down.
Maybe not stay safe if that's their thing,
Be dangerous.
I think you have a mission here. You want to get rid of those phones.
Yeah.
Perhaps. But stay tuned for more from the Bangups. This is Jackie with Inthekeyofchange.com.